All right, there's some breaking news coming in right now. India's permanent representative to the United Nations has taken on terror. She says that the linkages between groups listed by the UN Security Council, such as the Lashkar-e-Taiba and the Jaish-e-Mohammed, as well as provocative statements made by other terrorist groups operating out of Afghanistan, pose a direct threat to the peace and stability of the region. Let's listen into what she had to say.
The series of attacks at religious places of the minority community, including the recent attack at the Sikh Gurudwara on 18 June in Kabul, followed by another bomb explosion near the same Gurudwara on 27 July, is hugely alarming. The linkages between groups listed by the UN Security Council, such as the Lashkar-e-Taiba and the Jaish-e-Mohammed, as well as provocative statements made by other terrorist groups operating out of Afghanistan, pose a direct threat to the peace and stability of the region.
All right, I'm crossing over to our foreign affairs correspondent Abhishek Jha to tell us more about the significance of the statement. Abhishek, essentially this does come on the heels of China kind of blocking India and the US when it comes to sanctioning a terrorist. Specifically, this was the brother of Masood Azhar. Can you now tell us about the significance of these new statements that have come in?
So, Aisha, we know that India has been regularly raising up the issue of Afghanistan and Afghanistan soil being used by terrorist groups and modules, which are a threat to not only Afghanistan, but the regional countries like India and other also. In fact, India has also raised this issue of not only terrorist module based out of Afghanistan, but the terrorist sanctuary that are neighboring countries. In fact, there is a real attack on Pakistan, which has been regularly harboring and allowing abating terrorist camps on its soil from where those terrorists have been attacking Indian parts of Kashmir and other areas. So those issues have been regularly been raised by Indian permanent ambassador in United Nations and the last today morning when the briefing was happening on Afghanistan. So India, while discussing the humanitarian aid and assistance for Afghanistan, also underlined the fact that authorities in Afghanistan should not allow any such terrorist camps or terrorist network to operate from its soil, because she also highlighted the incidents of recent attack on Gurudwara in Kabul, and after that there has been another attack near the Gurudwara, and these attacks have been clearly blamed on ISIS network, and Lashkar-e-Taiba militants have also been believed to be behind this attack. So she was clearly trying to highlight that authorities in Taliban needs to address these core issues of not allowing Afghan soil for the terrorist activities. Yes.
All right, Abhishek, thank you so much for joining us and giving us those details. It's also important to note that this comes after the killing of al-Zawahiri, the al-Qaeda chief, in Kabul. Now, right before we head into a very short break, we have a special